Hey everybody, welcome back to Kelly's Homemade Kitchen and happy Sunday to you. Today we are going to make my grandmother Genetta Sexton's famously delicious banana pudding that she made from scratch, of course. I was so excited to finally find cook and serve banana pudding at Meijer the other day. Kroger's nor Walmart has carried it in years, and I've been wanting to make this with that cook and serve pudding because it's so much better. My grandmother never used anything instant, and I don't like to either if it can possibly be avoided. You will be amazed at how much better cook and serve pudding tastes compared to the instant. And the instant could be fine, but it don't taste like this. So I've got everything together here so we don't have to have a part 2 today. Aren't you excited? I know I am. I don't have to bother you with that. So I've got the pudding that I cooked. I've got my vanilla wafers ready, which I use the good ones. Like I've mentioned before, a lot of times, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the store or brand or the generic brand, but some things there is. And I guarantee you, if you get store brand vanilla wafers, 3/4 of them will be broke when you open up your box. So spend a few little cents more and get the name brand. But when it comes to the Cool Whip, the cream cheese that you're going to blend together for your alternate layers, store brand's just fine for that. No one will ever know the difference. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take these vanilla wafers and start laying them in. Get this, maybe see what I'm doing here. I'm going to start laying them in to the bowl. Go, you know, this is just an alternate layer thing. Oh, let me get the bananas out of the fridge. That might help, since this is banana pudding, after all. Excuse me. So, and I sliced up, 3 or 4 bananas for this probably. It's going to be a big one. I mean, if you're going to go through all this trouble to make something tasty and homemade, might as well make what they say, go big or go home. Okay. All right. So just lay those vanilla wafers down in your bowl. And we're going to, in just a moment, put a layer of bananas on top of those. And then a layer of pudding. And then a layer of Cool Whip. And go back and forth. And by the time we get done, it's going to be really tasty. I'm trying to show you here what I'm doing, but I'm no cameraman. As I've mentioned before, I need one, obviously. But when it comes to your bananas, unlike banana nut bread, they don't need to be very ripe. Just ripe is fine. And as you notice, I cut mine in thick slices. I mean, just like the banana nut bread the other day. This is banana pudding. So why would you not want to taste the bananas? So don't be chintzy and slice them up into little paper thin slices or whatever. So, as you see, I've got the first layer of vanilla wafers and bananas. We're going to pour some cooked banana pudding in on top of this. And then a layer of the whipped topping. So, and this is hot still, of course, just enough to cover it. I may have to end up making a couple more boxes of this pudding. I don't know. I hope I have enough here. Then, a layer of your Cool Whip that is mixed with a block of cream cheese so that the Cool Whip don't melt, of course. If you watched my cheesecake video or my strawberry pie video, you will understand this already. So just spread it out. You know, it's, as she always said, it don't have to be fancy. It just needs to taste good. So now we'll go back to another layer of your vanilla wafers. All this is a layering thing, and it's one of the easiest, most delicious cold desserts you can make which is nice for the summertime. You know, if you're having a picnic or a cookout, you're gonna grill and have people over. Nice cold banana pudding made from scratch is perfect summer dessert. But it's so darn good, it's good any time of the year. So, and we're only doing this today because my grandmother taught me how to make this when I was, 8 or 10 years old. And it's a good recipe. And like I said, I finally found the cook and serve version of banana pudding at Meijer's the other day, which I was so pleasantly surprised. I've been looking for it. I always check at Walmart and Kroger's every time I go, even though I haven't seen it there in years. I always hope and think, well, maybe they'll have it today. They never do. But now you know where to get it. And as my niece, Lauren, suggested to me earlier today, it can probably be ordered online. I don't know what I'd do without her sometimes. You know, because I certainly never thought of that. And I should have. I order things all online all the time. But I didn't grow up in this online technical way of life. So that's not my first thought, you know, every time I need something. I hope there's some other old people out there that can relate to me on that. What I'm doing now is putting a row of these wafers up the side. Because I generally, just like my grandmother, she always made this in a clear bowl of some sort, and which of course meant you could see through the sides, so you want it to look good all the way around. And you can never go wrong with having too many of these good ingredients in here. I mean, it's only 3 ingredients, well, 4. Your wafers, your pudding, your bananas, and the cream cheese and Cool Whip mixed together. So you could not ask for an easier dessert to make. Okay, get another nice layer of whipped topping in here. Spread it out. Dab more. You know, use your own judgment. You know, there's maybe some people might argue that there's a science to cooking. I say it just takes common sense and practice. You know, that's all you really need. So, all right, our last layer here that we're going to do. We still got plenty of bananas left, and there's plenty of those wafers left in the box. I just poured what I thought I would use in this bowl so I wouldn't have to have a plastic bag rattling. After going back and reviewing some of the videos I've made, I realized how noisy some of the things I've done are on video. So overlook me for a moment. Okay. And you want to save enough for the end. So on that top layer of whipped cream, you can crumble up some of these vanilla wafers. That's what I like putting on top. I think it makes it look nice. You, of course, can do this however you want, as long as you've got these 3 ingredients, especially the cook and serve pudding. It's going to taste good no matter what. I mean, you will be amazed. You truly will be amazed at how much better the cooked pudding tastes than the instant. And not that I've never used instant pudding, don't get me wrong. But when I found this on the shelf, I couldn't wait for this day to make my grandmother's oh so delicious banana pudding. Okay, and apparently I should have made 3 boxes of pudding, because I've just barely got enough here to go on this top layer. So I knew that I bought 3 boxes for a reason, but we'll get this spread out and make it work. Next time I'll know to use 3 boxes. But this will work out just fine. It's not like it isn't going to be covered. Okay. let's go ahead and put the rest of these bananas in here. Then we're going to take the rest of our whipped topping and cover that up, and then crumble the rest of our vanilla wafers on top of that. And we'll be done already. What a quick and delicious dessert. Okay, that is all the bananas. Okay, let's get the rest of this whipped topping on here. And if you allow the time, counting the time that you spend 10, 12 minutes cooking that pudding on your stovetop, mixing up your Cool Whip and cream cheese, I mean, this is barely a 20, 25 minute dessert to make. And trust me, it'll be a hit. You'll love it, and so will all of your guests. Okay. All right. Let's see if my arthritic hands here can crumble up these vanilla wafers. Don't need a bunch, just maybe 5, whatever. And just kind of crunch those up as best you can get them. Make it pretty. And look here, that quickly, you've got Genetta Sexton's delicious banana pudding. You enjoy, and thank you for watching.